So starting your career as a data analyst can feel so overwhelming. So today we'll be talking about how you can break your journey as a data analyst into steps so you don't feel like it's too overwhelming or data analysis is hard. Most of the courses out there, they make you feel like, oh, data analysis is hard. By the time you start hearing things like Power Query, Power BI, DAX, SQL query, CTE, and every other thing. You understand? But I'm going to actually break it down for you step by step. So, but let's start with the definition of data analysis. What do we do as a data analyst on a normal day? So I'm going to use my own little experience to actually explain it the way I actually understand it. Data analysis is basically talking about how you can analyze data, bring out insights from data. That is just a layman. You understand? How you can bring out information from just raw data sets into something that someone that does not even have any knowledge about computer, about tech, can just look at your dashboard and actually understand it. So now let's break it down. What are the steps in learning data analysis? The very first thing is you need to understand the fundamental of data analysis. You need to actually know what data analysis is all about, which I just explained now. Then after that, you need to know some keywords that we actually use. So you hear something like cell, you hear rows, you hear columns, you hear something like data cleaning, you hear something like SQL query, you hear something like dashboard, and a whole lot more, right? So the very first step in starting your data analysis journey is to actually know the fundamentals and the keywords that we use in data analysis. Then after that, start your career by learning fundamentals of Excel, right? After that, learn Excel formulas. So you don't have to learn a whole lot of Excel formula. 30, 40 is okay. You can learn VLOOKUP, XLOOKUP, index and match, date functions, text function, statistical function, and other more, right, which we actually use in our daily life. Then after that, you move into the data analysis itself, that is generating insight from raw data. So the second step is learn the basics of data cleaning. Now, your data will not come in fully formed. 99% of time, you are the one that will clean the data yourself. You are the one that will turn the data into what you actually want to achieve with it. So learn the basics of data cleaning, removing duplicate values, removing error value, changing data types. Most of the time, most of these data entry, they will just enter data anyhow, right? So you change the data type, right? Removing